Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to War Thunder and my channel. For today's video, we are going to be playing the Object 268, a Russian heavy tank destroyer sitting at rank 5, battle rating 7.0. The Object 268 has a very powerful gun. It's a 152mm gun with some absolutely insane rounds. First off, your AP round. Your AP round is a very good round. BR540B, a APHE round, getting a maximum penetration of 239mm, with a high explosive filler of 739, so almost a 1 kg, which is absolutely insane. This means you're basically gonna be one-shotting everything if the round actually fuses and explodes. So yeah, you're not gonna be needing a second shot. For the high explosive round, OF540, also insane round. You have 5.86 kilos of high explosive filler, so you can overpressure quite a lot of tanks as well. So ammunition, fantastic. Your gun, good again. Just normal 5 degrees gun depression, 15 up. 17-second reload, which is quite long, but with your high explosive rounds, high explosive and APHE rounds for that fact, you're not gonna be needing a second shot for any tanks at all, basically. Speaking of the mobility, surprisingly good actually. When I first tried it, 750 horsepower, meaning you can go 50 kph forward, and you actually have a reverse gear in this tank. Surprising, yeah, I know, it's a Soviet one with actual reverse gear. Not insane, but you have 10 kilometers per hour reverse, which is very good, especially for a Soviet tank in my opinion. Very nice to play with. And the armor, it's a bit finicky. Just for long range sniping, which I recommend. I will get into the playstyle a bit more later on. It's fantastic. Your armor is good from the front, and it is quite good from the side as well. Unfortunately, the Object 268 has quite the pronounced weak spot on the right side of the gun where the sight sits. There's a pretty big flat part there, and basically everything can go through that part. So I would recommend you to shoot the tank there, but when you know the weak spot, it's quite easy to kill. How do you play this tank then? If the armor's like okay, not good, well, it is good, but it's not super good. Mobility is good and the gun is good. Well, in my opinion, there are two ways to play this. The best way, at least how to get the most out of the tank, is definitely play at longer ranges, where it's gonna be harder to hit your weak spot, using your stereoscopic rangefinder to just lob APHE and high explosive rounds from across the map. The second way, which I usually play, which is a bit more risky but I find to be more rewarding and enjoyable, is to play at close quarters. Playing at close quarters can be really fun. Your armor is still effective, but if enemy knows your weak spot, you're gonna kill quite easily. So it can still be quite effective at close quarters, but in up tiers it can be a struggle, and in a full down tier, yes, most people can't really go through you, and most people don't know where your weak spot is, since it is quite a rare sight actually to see a Object 268 roaming around. Now I do just need to preface this, but this tank is at 7.0, which means in up tiers you're gonna be starting to face APFSDS, you have already been facing APDS, you're gonna come across quite a lot of heat rounds, so in a full up tier your armor is definitely going to be quite bad, but on tier and below your armor is effective, but you just need to be aware of that in a up tier you're gonna be facing a lot of heat and APFSDS, APDS and stuff like that, so you do need to be aware that you can't rely at all on your armor in a up tier. So is this a tank that you should get? That really does depend. If you have a lot of crew slots and you enjoy playing Soviet tank destroyers, the casemates and stuff like that, I would definitely recommend this tank. It is a very fun tank. It's still slaps in a down tier, and it can work pretty good in a up tier as well. And overall, it is a very good vehicle, but if you're low on crew slots, for example, you may want to use planes, you may want to use the normal MBTs and medium tanks and other heavy tanks. This may not be a tank that you want to run. And if you absolutely despise having a long reloads, I would definitely say that this tank is maybe a tank you should avoid if that is the case. But in my opinion, it is a tank you should at least try sometimes. You should at least try and play it and see how it feels for you. But I like it, I really enjoy playing these sort of tanks, but I know that some people may not enjoy them. So in total, we do kill 10 enemy targets, getting a total of 7,400 research points and 63,000 silver lines. For the second game, we are on Maginot Line and we're trying to quickly push onto B and to capture that, then get control over the hill at E4 and E5. When I think I've said this before, but if you didn't know, in my opinion at least, the most important place to control on this map is E4, E5, the hill. That goes for both teams. I feel like it's especially important for the team spawning in the north, since if you take that hill, you basically win the game, unless your team royally fucks up. And if you're the team spawning south, you definitely don't want to go there as well, because you know will basically lose the game if the enemy team gets it, and you can have very good control over both C and B. After having captured point B, we are going to move up to the hill at E4, E5, and we're gonna start just clearing it of enemies so we can continue to play here without getting killed. Taking out a M46 first, very important kill, because he has heat and he can just go through our front. Now there is a French autoloader here. I don't just unnecessarily want to peek since he can go through my weak point, and my muzzle brake is also huge, so he can just shoot my barrel out. So I tried pinging for this IS-3. I'm not really sure how he doesn't see, or maybe he's just not paying attention. But we're just not gonna unnecessarily throw our tank away. We're gonna be a bit patient. But when I see that he's gone, I try to peek out. We get a very lucky shot on his turret, but in the end we do manage to kill him and retain control over the hill. Having repaired, we're just gonna rush to the edge to try to kill as many enemies as we can before they actually reach the top of the hill. First taking out a skink, and then a M163 pops up, and we're gonna use our heavy MG to hopefully kill him. And we do manage to get his driver. We're just waiting for the reload, and I'm not really sure how he didn't die, but I guess when looking back at it, he just had too little armor and our shell just didn't fuse, and we get taken out by a Lorraine. And with that we get 9 kills, 9,400 research points and a 78,000 silver lines. The Object 268. Is it any good? Do you buy this? Do you grind it? Or is it not worth your time? Do you skip it? I mean, it depends on multiple factors, but I would definitely recommend it. I think it's a very fun tank to play. I think the line in general is very fun. At least I've gotten to IT7. In my opinion, the line is very fun to play. Uh, I'm not really sure about the rest, but the line up to it is very fun. So in my opinion, it's definitely a thing you want to try out. I was talking a little bit about the weak point. As you can see, you have a flat part of the armor right here, where the sight is, and it's right on this flat part where you want to aim. Because if you have over 180, I think it is, if you have basically 180 or more, you're just gonna go straight through this flat part, and you are going to nuke the entire crew in here, or you're just gonna detonate the ammo, which is stored all over the tank. So try to hide this part, and if you manage to do that, you're gonna be in for a very successful game. So in my opinion, definitely worth a try.